All right, welcome to Reckless and the Recluse. I'm Ashley Baca. Was Judy Caps. He's changing his name and his look, and he's drinking hard kombucha because of me. So,
does it just look like I have more teeth now?
No, your teeth look the same.
I just have more lip.
You look a little prettier.
Yeah, pretty boy. Not good.
Yeah, you need to start wearing those Tommy Bahamas, or. Yeah.
Fandango Bay.
Yeah, Fidalgo Bay. That was
Fidalgo Bay. Yeah.
You don't have it on?
No, I got a Henley, classic Henley. I mean, I feel like I could be in like probably a zombie movie with this shirt. Like it starts off clean and then it's gonna get ripped and dirty. But like this is the kind of shirt you want to be wearing in a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, true. So I saw that you've been riding your Peloton a lot. It looks like you've lost a lot of weight.
Does it?
No.
What kind of thing to say is that? You've never seen me below the nipple, by the way.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I fucking ride that thing every day. If I didn't, I would have gained so much weight in this pandemic because I can't go outside. There's so much snow. Like I can't even go for a walk. So I'm just stuck inside. I get like 2,000 steps a day right now, which is when I'm in LA, I get like 20,000 in a day without trying. But here I'm just sitting. So I've upped my game to like an hour ride pretty much most days.
I was comparing, and before the pandemic, I would have like 10 to 15,000 a day, like on days I didn't work out. And now, like, it was literally 2,000. Not now. I'm moving a lot more now. But, like, during those, like, few months where we were really just sitting at home, I mean, I was lucky if I hit 2,000. I started running the steps in my building because of that.
Well, my home gym's almost usable. I'm just waiting on
a tour when it's ready.
Sure. I'm just waiting on one. I'm waiting on the actual barbell. Everything else is ready. The barbell is supposed to arrive tomorrow. Then I can actually use it. But as of right now, I can't really do anything except pull-ups. I can do a lot of pull-ups.
What's the heaviest weight on the barbell?
I started with minimum. I bought a barbell and two 45-pound plates. And then I'm just going to gradually get more pieces.
Okay.
I haven't talked to you in a while. It's been 2 weeks. Nobody knows that except for us, but.
I know. I was going to say it at the beginning, like, I don't even know you anymore. I've had a wild 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, I got a vaccine appointment. So.
Well, look at you. So you're coming back out into the wild?
I mean, by April.
By April. That means you're going to come back to LA?
I mean, I will eventually. I'm thinking maybe June, July.
Okay, so the snowstorm, you had no power for 2 days.
I had no power. No, not more. It was like a whole like day into the night. So I woke. It was like, I don't know. I had to leave home to go to work. I had to go to Deanie's store to work because we didn't have power or internet or anything. And I just had to hang out there. It was the worst. And then I came home not knowing, we didn't know if the power was going to be on, and I didn't get shit done.
Crazy. That's crazy what happened in Texas. Like, this is wild.
It is a wild winter. Been a wild time. And you were off gallivanting and
there was a storm on when we left, like a rainstorm.
Did you meet any guests, any men that we can get on this podcast? That's what I want.
But no, I mean, I could, I guess. I could ask.
I think that would be pretty funny to just be like, yeah, we met in Miami during this pandemic.
I met a guy at a strip club that came back with me, and I have his number, so I could that'd be so embarrassing. No.
Should we call him on the podcast? Did you tell him that he knows you're a comedian?
I think so. I don't know.
What did you tell him about your life? Nothing.
I think I did tell him a joke.
And he was like, You must be a comedian because no one else can tell a joke.
No, like I told them, I'm like still worn out though from that trip. And then I came home and my friend had a birthday party in San Diego.
What?
Yeah.
So did you drive to San Diego?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, it's only like an hour and a half.
I know, but it's exhausting.
I know, that's why I look like this. I was like, ooh.
I look like this now. Shiny.
Well.
And I lost about 10 years. You've been riding that Peloton? You look like you lost some years off your upper lip.
Yeah, you're looking younger by the day.
I really am. I also did a skincare routine today. So I don't know if you can tell.
Your skin did look very shiny, but I didn't know that was due to a skincare routine.
Could be.
But well, no, I don't have anyone yet, but I could definitely.
I mean, you know that would be funny.
No, we could. And I'm not saying him, but the day before I left, I met this girl that's like, yeah, it's been a while. But anyway, so my friend had a new song that came out. So her friends threw her like a little mini release party. It was very small, but I had never met that girl. And I met her. And then she's like, my cousins live in Miami. And she gave me his number. And we did
sex. Coke.
No, we did not do sex or cocaine. We went to their house and we hung out with him, and I have his number. So I could get him on the podcast.
I mean, to me, it would have been the most fun thing for you to just meet a random guy and be like, I don't know. I feel like.
Okay, well, I did meet a random guy.
I'm not telling you have to do this. I'm just saying.
I mean, there was a lot of random guys.
Okay.
So,
is that good? Ooh, all right. You just processing this right now? Is it it's hitting you for the first time? There wasn't a lot of random guys now that I actually think about it.
I was just thinking of, but Miami is not as open as I expected. Like it is open, but it's not like as open.
What was not open?
They have a midnight curfew.
Okay.
And like their clubs are not just like open like they used to be open till like 5. That's like normal Miami.
So just the hours were cut down.
Yeah.
But everything was open.
Yeah, but like they still only allowed like 6 people to a table, like the way they do here, and you still had to wear a mask. And yeah.
Seems reasonable to me.
I did go into, yeah, I know, but not to me. I did go into a gas station with a mask and a bikini on, and nobody cared. So I guess.
That seems perfectly adequate. You're covering all your bases, literally. Right. First base, second base, third base, home plate right here.
But yeah, so it was good. It was a good trip, though. It was fun. The water was nice. But the last day it did rain. We were supposed to jet ski, and it was storming, so they didn't let us. Okay.
What was the best thing that you ate?
I felt like we did do like a food tour, but now I'm like, what did I eat? Oh, this is the best thing I ate. We went to this Cuban restaurant and they gave us octopus leg, and it was the way they seasoned it, like Cuban style, and then they served it like on the plate. That was delicious. That was the best thing I ate.
Cuban style. They wrapped it up in a tobacco leaf. And they
yes, and then we smoked it and ate it. But that restaurant is
good.
Really good. We did. I can't remember what else.
Did you get all 8 legs of the octopus? Like one for everybody?
No, it was just like, because it was like a tapas bar.
Yeah.
So there was 3 of us that had went that night, and we ordered like, I don't know, like 6 different plates, but it was still a big like piece like this, and then we cut it up.
Tapas is like, they're always good, but it's like kind of a scam, that business model, you know, like they're like, we just do small plates, but we still charge the same as large plates. And it's like,
and now you have to order Yeah, way more.
But like, there's something cool about it. Like, oh yeah, we're a tapas bar. Tapas. Like, tapas. Like, you can try everything. You just have to pay more money. That's the same as going to any restaurant. You can try as much as you want if you pay more money.
Well, that was the thing because they had like a tapas menu and an entree menu, and we ordered one of the entrees, and we thought it was going to be bigger, and it was smaller than the tapas plates because we got the scallops, and they were like,
ooh.
Which that was really good. I had scallops 2 nights in a row, and the first night they gave me a discount because it was Valentine's Day, and they like were running out, so they only gave me 2, and I was like, this is like, could you? I don't know how to like. I don't know. I guess it was fine. And then that night they gave us 4 little, like, they weren't large, they weren't small, they're like medium-sized scallops, and they was really good, but it wasn't enough. I didn't get enough scallops.
You can't get full off scallops.
No, you can't, but they also just didn't give me enough. They really didn't want me to eat scallops on this trip.
No, you can't. Scallops are delicious, but you have to eat like 40 of them to get full. It's all about the other stuff.
Yeah, but both places they like, well, the place that they didn't have scallops, they gave me 2, so then they gave me some shrimp, so I was okay.
Well, and shrimp is the same. You can spare some shrimp. Like, shrimp, you're not going to get full off of either. They're just feeding you appetizers.
They were just feeding me appetizers.
Honestly, it sounds like they were fishing for you. They're just like giving you a worm, and you're just like, ooh, like tiny food. And then they're getting you. That's how they get you. You got hooked.
I felt like we didn't eat enough for this trip. I don't know why. Like
that's not a solid trip then.
No, but like it was like we were all so drunk that we kept forgetting to eat. Like, not, I guess. And then we'd like finally eat, and we'd be like starving, and then you couldn't eat that much because your stomach was small. And then it would be like you'd be starving again.
How much pizza did you eat?
None.
0 pizza.
No pizza.
Wow.
Wait, Taco Bell one night. I forgot about that.
Okay. That's adequate.
Yeah, that's some pizza.
I have a bunch of stuff on my phone that I things that I have so much. We could talk about so many things.
Okay,
it's been
let's
so
go.
long.
Let's go.
Well, so I don't know if we want to do that on this episode, but I do want to dive in. So I unearthed the photo that we talked about on that episode with Chelsea from college. Okay. And there's a real lot to talk about in that photo. I don't know if we get to it today or we have to make a special episode for that photo, but we can all look forward to that because there's a lot going on in these. I actually, full disclosure, I got a whole roll of photos from that party, and there's a lot to look at.
Ooh, that's fun. So just to follow up, because we didn't hear, did Chelsea say anything about the episode? Did her friends say anything? Did anyone call you?
No one called me. No. Were they supposed to call me?
Yeah, they'd be like, I remember that, blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
No, she gave her approval, and that was it. She was like, I listened to it. Thumbs up. That was about it. So Chelsea, if you're listening to this, thumbs up.
We want more.
We're going to do a deep dive into that party. I'm going to unearth, you're going to see what my college senior year dorm room looked like. And you could never think, no, I showed you the photo. So you know what it is, but you would never come up with that. You would never be like thousands of pieces of construction paper taped to the wall. That would never come to anybody. Yeah.
So what was that about?
I just liked colors. But okay. We'll talk about that a different day.
Okay. So what's the other thing to talk about?
Oh, there's so much.
Did we get the girl with the Instagram photo? Is she coming on?
Okay, so what I want to do is do the deep dive into the photo.
Okay.
Then unearth that whole thing, get to that point, and then I'm going to take that and show that episode to her and be like, can we get you on the podcast? We need to talk to you because look how this happened. I want to show her the natural organic progression, if that makes sense. So there's a lot coming. Anyone listening, there's some interesting, I'm going to do a deep dive into my past.
Ooh, the Judy Chronicles.
Yeah.
Okay. So then what are we talking about today then?
Well, I told you I did get a vaccine appointment, which I'm excited about.
Very excited.
That's coming up. First dose coming up. I'm excited. Also nervous, but excited. I'm just like, I don't really want to have a fever for a day and stuff, but like I will, obviously.
But at least you could go out again.
Yeah. So in mid-April, I'll be immune, but Deanie's not eligible yet. It's like, I've just tried to give her my appointment, but like, because of my job, I'm eligible in Pennsylvania. So anyway, I'm going to be out in the world one day. Recluse may not be my title. It will. It always will be. But here's the funny thing. I was listening to this podcast today, and it was like a narrative podcast, like telling a story, like, one of those highly produced things, not like this one. And there was this moment where they did like this big cliffhanger moment where they were like, the woman, the narrator was like, I had this premonition of flashing red and blue lights and police cars and all this stuff. And so I went to try to find my husband, and I went to where I thought he was, and I found our car, and I walked up to the car, and then a man came up to me and said, like, who are you? And she was like, this is my car. I'm looking for my husband. And then it cut off like cliffhanger. And I was like, oh my God, what's going to happen to this guy? And then there was a disclaimer that's like, if you or someone you know is considering suicide. And I was just like, the suicide thing just was a spoiler.
They just gave it. Why didn't they do it after they told you
I know. I was like, I was literally like, I was grabbed. I was like, what happened to this guy? I was into it. I couldn't wait to hear what happened. And then I was like, ooh, good time for a commercial. They're going to leave us hanging. And they were like, if you or someone you know is considering suicide. And I'm just like, you fucking gave it away with the hotline shit.
Why did they do that?
It was bullshit. I didn't even keep listening. I was like, I know what happened. Isn't that funny though?
Yeah.
Like, how do you ruin your story with
they ruin their own show?
Like, I'm all for, mental health stuff and like, yeah.
Yeah, but they could have just done that commercial after they told you that he died. They didn't need to do it before.
No one was thinking about it yet because they hadn't said it yet. They gave the shit away. It was unbelievable. So that ruined my shower.
I hate a ruined shower.
It was not great. How do I want to word this? So I want to get in the least amount of trouble.
Okay.
What happened? I feel like, I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. Got in a fight. I'm sorry. But,
okay.
It was just like, because I didn't do something I was supposed to do. And, I got like reprimanded, and I was just like, it was very funny because I was like, man, this makes me feel like a child. And then I was like, I'm going to go play my video games because that doesn't make me feel like a child. And then I was just like, shit. Because
you're playing video games. So you are a child. Okay.
I literally was like, I don't want to be treated like a child. And then I was like, I'm just going to go play my video game. And then I was just like, fuck. I defeated myself.
So how do you feel as a child?
Video games are like for adults now, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Because like we're the generation that grew up with video games. So it's like.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
My dad played video games till the day he died. So yeah.
Like what kind of video games did he play?
Well, he played a lot of chess on his phone, which isn't necessarily like a video game, but then he always had the new like PlayStation or whatever, and he would do, I don't even know what games they were, honestly, because I wasn't paying that close of attention, but a lot of like kind of like flying, like those type of things.
Oh, like
maybe like,
okay.
Yeah, like hunting type thing, not hunting, but like not war. Right. I don't know. But like
flying, hunting,
like
war.
The galaxy ones, like where you're like defending like a Star Wars one or something, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think you're describing the plot of Star Wars. Flying, hunting, war.
Yeah, exactly. You get it.
So your dad played video games, but you did not.
No, I did. Yeah, we started when I was little. He had an Atari, and that was really cool. And we had all the games on it. And then I had all the Nintendo systems. I always had a Game Boy on me. I had for a second, what was the Sony one with Sonic the Hedgehog?
Oh yeah. That was Sega Genesis, wasn't it?
Yeah, Sega Genesis. Now as an adult, and then so that's what turned into PlayStation, right?
No, Sony. Wait.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Sony PlayStation.
Sony made Sega?
I think so.
I think Sega just went away.
Why did I think it was Sony? I don't know. Who knows? Who really knows? Anyway, I mean, we can Google it, but I don't know. Yeah, so I always had video games.
Okay.
Even for a while, when my sister was little, she had this Donkey Kong game that you played with a drum. And that's it was the controller.
That sounds fun.
That.
We've actually been playing Donkey Kong the past couple
I love
weeks.
Donkey Kong. I conquered all of Donkey Kong.
Conquered. Yeah, we just got so we have a Switch.
That was my favorite. Okay.
We play the original. You can play the old ones on the Switch.
Yeah.
We also have the Switch one.
Yeah.
Which we have to play. We have not started playing that. But that Donkey Kong is good, and it's a difficult game.
I want to play it again now that I'm talking about it.
It's fun.
So now as an adult, I personally never have a station and play. But if I go to a friend's, one of my good friends does have that, you know how it looks like the old Nintendo and you can play new and old games, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I played Donkey Kong on there a few months ago. That's about it.
And you loved it?
Yeah, I love it, but it's not something I don't love it enough to buy it in the house. I have other things I'd rather be doing in the house.
Yeah, I go through phases. I only play one game really, unless Deanie's
Which one is it?
It's Rocket League. Do you know what that is?
No.
Because it's really funny when you describe it. If you know what it is, you're like, oh, cool, Rocket League, I know. But if I have to explain it to you, you're going to be like, what the fuck is that? So, okay, Rocket League is you play soccer, but you're in a car.
Explain this to me on one of our stereo. Okay, go ahead. You play soccer. Tell me again.
And you're in a car.
Yes, I forgot.
You drive a car into the ball. A
lot of listeners were like, yeah, I love Rocket League. I remember now.
Rocket League is the most fun game ever.
Soccer and in a car. It's so stupid.
It sounds so stupid. I understand that. I really do. But it's it's literally the only game that keeps my my attention. I downloaded that game that everybody loves, Red Dead Redemption 2, that was won all these awards and shit last year. I played it for an hour. I'm like, this game sucks.
And then you went back to soccer.
I went to Rocket League because it's it's exciting and it's quick. The games are 5 minutes. You play with random people and you're like, all right, I'm done. Or you get super into it and you play for an hour. It's it could go either way. It's always fun. It's always exciting. And they match you with people that are at your level. So it's you never get you never have that thing where you have to throw the controller because you're like, fuck this game.
Okay. All right. So in this episode, we should talk about the Crystalia thing.
Oh yeah.
And then we should have another episode and go into all these other. We have a lot of things because we gotta get. So maybe we should put 3 30-minute episodes out this week. Maybe
in a week. You can spread them shits out.
Not in a week, but you know what I mean. But we still have an episode coming out on Wednesday.
Yes, we do. With Brian Langan.
Okay, so what do you think? Give me how do you feel?
Well, first of all, it was no one told me about it. I just accidentally came across it on my YouTube because I was looking at YouTube last night. I was working, but it was super slow. So I was like, I wonder what podcasts I can put on while I'm waiting for shit to do. And I guess I subscribed to his YouTube channel because who even remembers Crystalia at this point? Yeah. And it just popped up on my feed and I was like, is this old? I looked at him. I was like, I haven't seen that face in a while. This must be an old video. And then it was said it was posted yesterday. I was like, what is this? So I realized that it was like a statement that he put out the day before. And I was like, oh, okay, let's see what this is all about. So I watch it. First of all, he is the worst actor ever. Like, he's a good comedian, but he's a bad actor. And I've said this, I've said this like since before any shit went down. I'm not just like ragging on the guy because everybody else is. I've always, like, in You, I think he was awful.
Yeah.
He's a very good comedian. I'm not saying, like, I'm not like a super fan, but I think he's really good at what he does, right? Mm-hmm. So I get why he's popular, or he was popular. I don't think he's good at acting. I think acting takes more than just raising one eyebrow. There's more to acting than this.
Okay.
But I don't know. I just thought it was like very much like he wants to come back, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think that what he said was all true. It was believable, but I think he just made it all about him, which felt pretty fucked up to me.
Well, who should he have made it about when he said everything was consensual?
I know, but other people feel differently. I don't know whether it was or not.
Nobody's accusing him of rape. They're accusing him of like pedophilia, like of hooking up with like 17 and 16-year-old girls.
And also exposing himself to people.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Which is like, how is that consensual? Does that mean it was a lie? Like,
well, I mean, I guess he's not admitting to that.
No, he's saying that he had relationships based around his like lifestyle on the road and shit, and like he was addicted to sex or whatever. I believe that. I think that's probably all true, but I don't think he acknowledged. I just think it's, his perspective is that everything was consensual and legal.
So you feel that he should have commented on maybe how everyone felt, or like be a little more understanding on that side?
Yeah, I think he brushed past everything that was said about him. Like, I stand by what I said. Everything was legal. Like, everything was cool. By the way, like, here's what's wrong with me, and here's why you need to feel sorry for me. That's just how it felt. And I was just like, I don't think this is going to do what you need it to do.
I think that the masses are still going to be like upset with him, but I think his fans have missed him, and they're going to be fine, and they're going to be happy with him putting content out.
Of course. I don't even agree that he should not be allowed to. I mean, he is allowed to do his podcast. I think it's just probably his people told him not to for a while.
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping him.
And they did have like TV. He had like a TV show coming out on Netflix that got canceled.
And he got filmed out of a movie. He got his part like reshot by, I think it was Tig Notaro took his part, which is amazing.
Which movie?
Some like action zombie movie that he filmed. They reshot it.
That sucks.
That is like a kick in the gut right there. That's like, we don't even want you on the screen. So,
I mean, they kind of had to at that point. It looked bad.
It still looks bad. He might be a bad dude. There's no way to really know. But like, I don't know. I didn't like, I mean, I looked through the YouTube comments. You're right. Like, his fans are just like, we just want more comedy. It's good to see you. Like, we don't care. And I'm just like, you should care. Like, you really should care if like there are people hurt because of this guy. Like, yeah, he needs to reevaluate himself, but like, he also needs to do more, I think. But sometimes I can't resist like commenting on shit. It's because some guy was like, this is the most real shit I've ever seen a celebrity. Or no, he was like, this is the most real shit a celebrity has ever said. And I was like, a celebrity said it too? I just like couldn't. Look, Crystal Lee is not a celebrity. Give me a fucking break.
I mean, he is to some people, I guess, but he's not. I get what you're saying. He still used his own platform. Like, nobody even wanted an interview with him, I guess.
I mean, he's got a large platform. I mean, he exposed his platform to a lot of people, and I heard it's pretty big. So
stupid. I mean, I don't know. I think that maybe what you said is correct, but I think it was good. I mean, I think this is like I feel like it's such a gray area, and we already did. I think you and I have talked about this, and like Dave Chappelle brought up that it's like one of those things that was never dealt with. So now we're going so far on the other side that there's a lot of gray area. And so I don't know what the right thing to do is. Like, yeah, you should be reprimanded, but should his career be over? No, like you just said. And so like this was the way back. And I think as humans, we all make mistakes. Obviously, there's some mistakes that shouldn't be forgiven, obviously. You know, if he really was sleeping with young girls, or he really was raping girls or whatever, like, I mean, not that he was accused of that, but if that's real, then that's different. But if not, then yeah, we make mistakes as humans. We all fuck up, and we just got to move on. That's what I think.
Yeah. I mean, some of it's not up to us, right? Like, no. He was like, you know, I cheated on every girl. I cheated on my current fiance. I'm just like, well, that sucks, but like, it's not for, like, I don't give a shit.
That's not my business.
You two to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it just like shows you that, look, I'm glad that some people have an opportunity to reevaluate and figure out who they are and that they're going down the wrong path. But he obviously hurt some people along the way, and I don't think he is properly addressing that.
Yeah, I guess. But what's he supposed to do?
I don't know.
Like, address it publicly? Like, maybe if he's privately addressing these people, we don't know.
Well, he should say that. He'd be like, I hurt some people. I'm dealing with it. You know, I'm not going to talk about it, but I am making sure that whatever, these people are.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess I get. It's just such a weird situation. I don't know.
You could totally see a guy like that fucking dude that just exudes this like cockiness, right? He's just like, everybody fucking wants me. Like, he doesn't say that, but like, you know, that's how he felt like going through his life. And he even pretty much said that in the video. Like, he's unchecked, like, just whatever, man. I could fuck anybody in any city, anytime. Like, who? And he just like that attitude. Like, I think you're gonna overstep some shit if that's really how you feel about yourself. You're gonna like, maybe you're not gonna Army Hammer your way around, but like, you're gonna fucking tread.
Everything that's true about Army Hammer, I feel like we can't forgive him.
I don't know what's true about him. If he's just like talking dirty talk on Instagram, like, I don't think that's even a big
just
deal.
That. But now he's being accused of like cannibalism, and if all that stuff comes out to be true, that's different. If he's just dirty talking, then not everybody has their own weird fetishes.
Yeah, I mean, until it's proven that he's actually like doing terrible things, but if you just want to talk about doing terrible things consensually to somebody who wants to have that same conversation with you, then I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right? To just being a weirdo, if that's what gets you off. But like, if you really are gonna fucking try to eat somebody, but like, you know, the shit where they said there was like mangled remains of girls found like 15 miles from where he was.
Joshua Tree Hotel that he had been staying in.
But like,
but that's not proven. That could be some other serial killer.
That's what I'm saying. That could be anything. Like, you can't. Who knows what the fuck I'm 15 miles away from right now.
Nothing to do now for us but to investigate. But like, if he really did all that stuff, obviously I don't think you can come back from something like that, is all I'm saying. No,
if he really did that shit, then yeah, fuck that
guy. Like the stuff R. Kelly was doing, I don't think he can come back from that, you know?
Yeah.
Even the fact, I used to think about that when I was young. I remember when Aaliyah married him, and I was like, this isn't okay, guys. He's like 28. She was like 15 or 16.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
She divorced him at like 18.
I mean, if you have enough sense at 18 to divorce somebody, then your relationship's got problems. Because 18-year-olds don't know shit.
But she should have never. I mean, that's kind of gross. That's gross.
Of course.
And he was also grooming millions of girls and keeping them captive. Like, that's different. I don't think you can come back from that. And I really do think if Chris D'Elia was fucking girls, teenage girls that he shouldn't have been, then, you know, you can't come back from that. But if he did do the way it seems like it is, I'm like, whatever. I don't care. I don't care that you're fucking girls after your show. I don't care that you're texting.
No, I don't care about that. But like, you can't expose yourself to people who are just like.
Well, okay. If I mean, what's it? Why did I just forget his name? CK. He was one of my favorite comedians, honestly. And then that happened, and I was like,
That one's so weird. That one's hard to understand because it was consensual. Like, he got permission verbally. So you're just like, I don't know how to feel about this. Like, obviously it was not okay, but he also asked, and it's understandable like why he would think
hotel room. It wasn't like he asked in the studio or he asked at a comedy club or in a bar. Like, I don't know.
It's hard because he went through the right motions.
Yeah. And I mean, his career is not doing what it was, but he is kind of back.
Yeah. He's doing shit. I mean, even fucking, what's his name? I want to call him Ezekiel, but what's his
Azim. I'm sorry.
Aziz Ansari. Ezekiel.
Aziz. I said Azim. That's funny.
Aziz Ansari. His career suffered and he didn't even really do anything.
He didn't do anything wrong. I'm like, sounds like a Friday night, guys. Chill.
He just like is bad at dating and sucks. Maybe he sucks as a dude, but not
they were
like
already.
illegal.
See, I do find that rude, and I really haven't had a guy do that to me, like put my head instead of like ask. Oh. But they were already hooking up. It would, to me, if someone did that, I'd just be like, you're kind of an asshole. Maybe I wouldn't hook up with him again, but I wouldn't have been like, he's a rapist and he ruined my life, and write an article. That's crazy.
I mean, there's no way that person would have written an article if he wasn't a famous person. She probably would have just been like, that guy sucks. I'm not gonna see him again.
That's what I'm saying, is you just wouldn't have hooked up with him again or saw him again or whatever. I mean, I loved Aziz's comedy too. And I loved Master of None. That was a great show. I don't know if you liked it, but I really did.
I liked it. I didn't love it. But I'm a hard sell.
But all this stuff, that's why it's so crazy, because you think about it, like when you're not a celebrity, you can kind of do all these things. And like me and my friends all the time when we're saying stuff, they're like, if you were famous, you'd be canceled right now, you know? And it's just like, I don't know what the proper, how should we really make these celebrities live up to something where they're not human anymore? I don't know.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I'd be canceled by now, I'm sure. And the thing is, like, it's funny because I think about that knowing that, like, I'm a good person, you know, like, and I don't want to hurt anybody, you know, like I'm
the same. I just like to make people laugh. And I mean, most of my stuff is not that, because, you know, I'm not like, being smart makes your jokes, even if they're a little bad, usually okay. But if I was and the wrong person heard, I totally could get canceled.
The thing is, you got to be famous to be canceled, and working on it.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying today. Nobody gives a crap today. I can say whatever I want.
I started watching Freaks and Geeks for the first time. You ever watched that show?
Yes.
How uncanny is the resemblance between that main kid and Tony Hinchcliffe? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I never thought about it.
I'm going to pull up a picture of that kid, because I'm looking at this and I'm just like, he looks like Tony Hinchcliffe, but older. But he's like 14 years old. Yeah.
Let me see. That's funny.
Let me see. Sam from Freaks and Geeks. It's insane how much they look alike. Let me find a straight on pic. There we go.
Oh, a little bit. He doesn't look like him now as an adult.
No, he looks like if Tony Hinchcliffe got older and younger at the same time somehow.
Yeah, but he does look like him.
If he grew his teeth out a little bit. I think he looks like him a lot. It really makes me laugh. That show's good.
Yeah, it is good. I watched it a long time ago. I haven't watched it recently.
Martin Starr. I fucking love Martin Starr.
Well, I think that this was enough for episode 12. Am I wrong?
Cup is filled.
All right. Well, thank you for joining Reckless and the Recluse. And we will see you next week to dive into Judy's life. Hopefully we're going to be able to leave my past unscathed and just stay
Do you really want that? Well, see, the thing is, like, your current life is interesting. My past was interesting. My current life is not interesting. So